Day 158, December 19th, Thursday. Bodybuilding competition at the Sand Ice Arena. Coral Monument turns into giant icicle. Farmer confused kite with the UFO. Purdy didn't come to work. Kochi didn't. Mold didn't. Armstrong didn't. Sims didn't. Forrest didn't. Weaver didn't. Barney didn't. Smith didn't. Banner didn't. Yes, Ames, you can go home. Sure, Cross. Sure, yes, L. No, Ellis. No, Drake. No, Vela. Sure, Percy. No, Yancey. No, Tsubaki. Sure, Wong. No, Asano. Start the day. Let's play Out There in the Trees. Jack, some of your men were just here filing a formal complaint against you. So far it hasn't gotten any further with this. You want me to make go away? Yeah. Please. Dr. Fiona Sislak, Old House. Mr. Boyd, please note that this information is highly classified. 6 months ago, terrorists simultaneously launched 3 satellites which, according to our intelligence, transmitted some kind of hypersensitive radiation waves designed to sap our willpower. We've quickly developed a cure which should improve the mental strength of our citizens, especially our military and police forces. We're conducting clinical studies and we need 4 of your employees. Try the latest version of the drug. Between us, these men are running great risk because our experiments on rats were not entirely successful. But for $80,000, should be willing to take a chance, right? No. I will. Let's see here. Detective, shit. 8. Child abuse at the everyday mall. Alice Vocals scan upgrade. Foxman, Bella, Pope, and Simpson. The company Floody Fanny, which produces diapers and toys, put on a presentation about their new product. They invited 2 clowns to entertain the young mothers and their children. The kids didn't like the clowns, and some began to cry, and some of the clowns lashed out at the audience, shouting, "God, I will just plug that child. I can't stand it. It's like he's scraping my ears from the inside." The second clown just silently watched everything, then pulled a World War II gun out of his bag and aimed it at the crowd. He asked his friend in a gravelly voice, "Nikolaj, who you want me kill? Just point at them with your finger and I'll put the devil down." Later it would become known that these clowns are 2 former psychiatric patients who had been successfully treated and released. Not so successful after all. No good. How's my investigation going? Carjacking at the city center. Some stone teenagers stole a fire engine and are now riding through the city center, siren blazing, spraying pedestrians with fire hose. Yancy, Daniel, Tsubaki, and Prado go. Oh, Asano, when did you get so good? What the heck? Terrorism at the city center. A cafe waiter is reporting an explosion near the entrance to the coffee shop. There's more deafening bangs coming from just outside. I even dropped a tray full of coffee. My customers don't know what to do. Are there suddenly bombs going off in the city? Asano is now our best cop. Holy heck. Look at you. To reach my bow. And you there weren't any bombs, just some pranksters rolling around. A handful of firecrackers outside the cafe. There's a crowd of weeping children and mothers scrambling for cover. One clown is sitting and growling and tearing his hair out. The other takes aim at the hysterical crowd. Pounds on the clown with the gun and tries to seize the weapon. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Carjacking report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Another carjacking at the city center. Mr. Portman called in to report the theft of his car. I was at the intersection and 2 men with pistols approached and told me to get out of the car. I didn't argue, but I can't figure out why they wanted that old bucket of bolts. Yancy Daniels, Bucky, Griffin, Prado. Go. Right at the Big Red Athletic Shoe Shop, two girls refused to compromise over the last pair of designer shoes and began to tear out each other's hair. The guard called the police and said he couldn't intervene. I'm still suffering injuries from the last time this happened. Alright, Alice, Buggles, Drake, and Scanlan. With SWAT, go. Carjacking report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Good.
I was crooked, I was me.
11.
Drug sales at the residential area. Mr. Coleman reports that there's drug pusher working out of the parking lot near his home. He's an Arab and every day he comes rolling up on his moped selling drugs to the local school children. It's like they're his regular customers. Can't you do anything? I guess sure. Foxman, Villa, Pope, Simpson, Yancey, and Dead. Oh, that's it.
And you disappeared in the night.
Side report. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Drug use, do not tell them. An elderly man caught sight of a man using drugs. I saw him take a packet of white powder from his pocket, sprinkle it on a donut, and ate the monstrosity right there in front of the children. And that sounds like it's like sugar.
And still no good's been
If that's white powder, I assume it could be cocaine. Nobody eats it. You snort it.
Officer on scene.
There's an Arab sitting in a moped handing a package to a person in the car. They move off in different directions. Turn on the siren.
11.
Offender caught, officers unharmed. Who found weed? Evidence, bring it back to the station.
11.
The drug eater is a man who likes to put his own sugar on his donuts. My mom makes the best powdered sugar in the world. Here, try some. Called it. Gonna play Le Bon. Smuggling at the port. We just received an anonymous tip. A large shipment of contraband tobacco is being loaded at the port. Okay, Alice, Vocals, Drake, Scanlan, Daniel, Tsubaki, go. Right, drug manufacturing. Ah. Bro. How? They all keep on dying. Man. How do y'all keep on dying? That's so annoying.
11:10 complete.
Offender caught, officers unharmed. My detectives suck, man. End the day. Yeah, declare dead, declare dead, declare dead. End the day.
My God, Mr. Boyd, there's no tea in the whole house. We've looked everywhere. I could bring you a nice box of Japanese tea. I think you'd fall in love.
Let's get this over with. The people on the street are freezing by now.
Oh, yes, I do apologize for the ill-mannered crowd. A man in my position deals with a lot of unpleasantness.
Mr. Boyd, don't you wonder why Mayor Rogers so easily gave you your job back?
I promised the doctors I'd think less.
Funny. The people of this city are in the opposite situation. They've begun to use their heads for the first time in many years. They've learned to argue, but of course they can't agree on anything. Does Freeburg need change? Should the old guard give way to a new generation of politicians? Would I make a good mayor? Was Stuart Rogers a bad mayor? All these arguments reek of naivete, but let's be charitable. Many of them are allowing themselves to doubt for the first time. What's important is this. In times when the people cannot reach an accord, what they need is something to unite them. And one of those things is their undying love for their chief of police. People can support me or hate me, can defend Rogers or demand his resignation, but they remain sure of one thing. Their police chief is a saint. Their police chief won't let the city fall to chaos. And despite everything, the events of recent months have only improved your reputation, Mr. Boyd. The people have been touched by your recovery from that coma, your eagerness to return again and again to your post, to serve the city. And of course, Stuart Rogers, whose position is seriously shaken, wishes to take advantage of you.
Rogers understands that he won't survive this fight. He just wasn't prepared for it. So he's planned a major security operation. He intends to storm Eugene's house, burn everything to the ground so the pillar of smoke can be seen from anywhere in the city. He wants you to personally lead the assault. He'll tell the reporters that Eugene Chaffee was behind a series of terrorist attacks across the city. When he offered armed resistance during his arrest, Eugene was shot and killed.
What are you going to do about it?
What should I do? Respond in kind, of course.
What, you're going to storm City Hall?
Don't have the stomach for it, Mr. Boyd? You do understand what my gratitude would mean. Enough money to last you the rest of your life.
My job. I want to keep my job. Not 1 year, not 5 years, but until I decide it's time to leave.
I told you, Eugene, he's no longer interested in money.
Oh, I'll take the money, too. It'll be nice to get a bonus when you extend my contract.
You ask for too much, Mr. Boyd.
Oh, really?
I'll visit you in a few days, Mr. Boyd. Gather your strength. You forgot them in my car the last time we met.
Thanks, but I gave them up. Might add a few years to my life.
Day 159, December 20, Friday. Municipality to save on snow removal. Milk factory buys milk from farmers at subsidized rate. Shooting gallery owner nearly shot by drunk client. Iron didn't come into work today. Of course he didn't. Jackson, sure, you can go. Turner, you can go. Kuzma, you can go. Timpson, no. Birch, sure, you can go. Start the day. Let's do spiders and flies. This music is really good with like headphones on. Due to the difficult economic situation, we had to undertake a series of pension cuts as a cost-saving measure. We can't run the city into the ground for some lazy old people who can't take care of themselves. Every day, dozens of retirees come to us, threatening to arrange a protest. A large gathering of elderly people can be a serious situation. After all, we're talking about people in poor health. We can't let it happen, so those activities need to be sent back to their vacation homes. So those activists need to be sent back to their vacation homes. The use of force is sanctioned if required. I'm not doing that. Thanks for my pay, City Hall. Sold at the beach. Okay. No, I'm not sending anybody to City Hall. Go away. I don't care. Who's working today? case. Okay. Case, what are you investigating? Not this one. You're investigating this? You're not even. Oh, yeah, you are on this one. Okay. Let's take you off and put you onto this one. Assault at the beach. Men attack a mixed race couple who were walking along the beach.
412A in progress.
Assault at city center. When a man tried to get away without paying, the taxi driver decided to teach the man a lesson. According to an eyewitness, the driver grabbed the guy by the collar and pulled him out of the car and beat his ass. Okay. Chambers, Ozaki, and let go. Child abuse at the Freeburg Elementary School. Decorated veteran Andy Castro dragged his son out of school and into the street and began to publicly punish him for secretly smoking. He beat the boy with a belt until he bled, knocking him to the ground, put his knee on the boy's chest, and force-fed him a carton of cigarettes. The principal of the school called in the incident. The man lost his mind in the war, and it's looking like he might just kill the boy. The PE teacher tried to intervene, but the man pulled out the gun and made it clear that he didn't need any help parenting. This is okay. Atticus quote: Mr. Boyd, the roof of my skyscraper is open to the public and has recently become a favorite spot for commit suicide. Ay, Jesus. Okay. Already, 3 people have jumped off. These incidents are ruining my building's reputation, and it starts fully difficult to clean the brains off our expensive Spanish paving stones. Please send over a trained officer who can teach my guards to spot potential suicides among our visitors and how to negotiate good deeds, not cases, in case anything else happens. There we go. Okay, so we back up Central Oshi Mitchell go. Assault investigation started. Mini court victim says me and Alex were just having a quiet walk along the beach, and some guy ran up and hit Alex in the back of the head with his fist. Alex fell down, and the man grabbed me by the hair and started yelling that I was worse than a whore for laying down with a dark-skinned man. What the fuck? I tried to escape, the freak held me tight. Then I saw he was wearing brass knuckles and the blade flipped out of them. And he cut my cheek. The pain was really bad. He shouted something like, "Now everyone will know what you are, a slut with no soul." Then he ran. Blood was covering my face, but I saw he was headed toward the parking lot. According to Alex Jacobs, the other victim, I didn't see anything. All I remember was a heavy blow to the back of my head. Then everything went dark. When I came to, I saw the ambulance and the police were here. The medical examiner said the girl's cheek was cut with a small blade. The man was stunned by a powerful blow to the head. Judging by the bruising on the man's head, the assailant struck him with brass knuckles. Around the crime scene were found traces of blood and a baseball. According to Jingmi, a witness in the parking lot, I was just pulling into the park when I saw a small gray-haired man quickly getting into a rusty pickup truck. I noticed him in particular because his arms were covered in blood. I thought he must be really hurt. I wasn't surprised. This beach of ours, even in the winter, it's like a minefield of broken bottles. Jeez. Alright. Into the breach. Assault report, offender caught, officers unharmed. Child abuse report, offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Atticus caught, take 2,000. Animal abuse at the residential area. Several people in apartment complex have reported that their cats have gone missing in the stairwell. Carrie Morton, owner of 3 missing cats, just called in again to complain. This is the 7th time this month. We know there's some kind of crazy witch on the 2nd floor kidnapping these poor animals and doing terrible things to them. Please, you have to stop her. Don't believe you, my guy. The cats were attracted to the smell in the cellar. All of them were found alive and well. Reckless endangerment at the city center. There's a man running down the street with a syringe pricking everyone he passes, claiming to have infected them with AIDS. What the hell? Chambers, Ozaki, Gillette, Sintra, Ashiro, Choko.
Ten in progress.
Found threat at the bridge. A man with a Spanish accent just called in, threatening to blow up the bridge unless Freebird Prison releases a group of freedom fighters he's calling his brothers. Sogo, Gay, Timson, Underwood, Goshko, McNamara, Cook, Grant, Dixon, go.
On the charge.
The man chases a ground to telephone booth. She's holding the doorpost, but the man has pushed his syringe wielding arm into the booth. Taser him.
415.
Undercaught, officer unharmed. Did the song end already? Alright, let's do sneaking suspicions. Undercaught, officer unharmed, civilians unharmed, loot found explosives. There's evidence, bring it back.
311 feet in progress.
Massive fight at the Sophocles Theater of Drama. The actor started calling with the director during rehearsal. He'll have to cut off my head to put me in a ridiculous hat. The director wouldn't give up, and a fight broke out after some of the actors' colleagues stood up for him. Shaver, Sasaki, Gillette, Ashiro, and etc. Assault report. Not enough frames. Back manufacturing report. Right. Possibly enough frames. Let's see here. So he looks funny. There's two girls that are ahead of that. He would cut his hand and like basically this. Maybe attack it? Yeah, Bishop head of the Catholic Church of Freeburg. Massive fight, let's back up. So go gay, Timson, go. Double one side. Okay, and then there's is that not what happened? I thought I was pretty confident in how it happened. Oh. Wait, no, there were only 4. No, or there's only 2, so that's wrong. Okay, where can we find the bishop? Bishop works hard for the good of the church and the community. Okay, sure. Look, the bishop's white sheep has been sighted at the gas station. Third floor is a city skyscraper is set aside for the bishop's luxury apartment. Your lead detective is where? It is shift A. So we'll have to wait 3 days if we don't go now. Yeah, we'll just wait. Actually, do I want to wait? I think it's the gas station. Mitchell and Gorshkov with SWAT go. Yeah, without the lead detective, go. Just in case Anderson Nammer Jr. go to the cathedral and Robbins and Vandal go to the Atticus Tower. Massive fight, how'd that go? Undercaught, officers unharmed, civilian unharmed. Drug manufacturing. Fender caught. Perfect. Alright, you were able to arrest all suspects. Good. Eliminate the gang. Make yourself some money. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, he wasn't there. I know. End the day.